Hola, this is Kaypacha with the weekly Pele report. This one is for October 23rd of 2013. Oh yeah, I'm out for an early morning hike, and I see this little trail coming through here. I hear a waterfall. I like waterfalls. I'm going to try to see where that water is coming from. So, to give you the astrological aspects, yesterday, on the 22nd, the sun went into the sign of Scorpio. And we're going to talk about that, the other astrological aspects that are happening now at this time, as we're coming into the third quarter square moon. That third quarter square moon, the moon's going to be going, right now it's in Gemini, it's going into Cancer a little later on today, and then it goes on Saturday, it goes into Leo, and then squares the moon, squares the sun. Leo to Scorpio, third quarter square. That moon is coming around. We had the lunar eclipse last week. We're approaching on November 3rd. Like next week, we're going to have the solar eclipse going on. So the moon is just coming around from full, third quarter square, and then next week it's going to be a new moon. So, it is waning. Venus is still up there in Sagittarius. Mars is still in Virgo, opposite Neptune. Now it's coming into an opposition with Chiron. It's actually going to be opposing the Neptune-Chiron midpoint a little bit, so we can talk about that. But the big news, really, is we're having this Scorpio conference coming on here with the sun having just gone into Scorpio. So it's around 0, 1, 2, 3 degrees. Mercury is up there at 17 degrees. We know it went retrograde. It's coming back to join together with Saturn. We have this Mercury-Saturn conjunction next Tuesday. And then Saturn is together with the moon's node, and we have the Sun, Mercury, Saturn, Moon node conjunction in Scorpio. So these are what we call Scorpionic times. And that is what I want to talk to you about today. Let me find a little place down here by the riverside and have a chat. Okay. We're going to see how many mosquito bites I can get in one Pele report. Where are we? Where were we? Well, yeah, we're in the water. Right now the moon is still in Gemini. That's all right. And then, but it's going into Cancer later on today, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's in Cancer. It's trining that Sun, Mercury, Saturn node in Scorpio. It's water. And I just want to talk about the sun going into Scorpio. The deep water, still water. It's a fixed sign, and it deals with why. It deals with the deeper aspects, the deeper elements of life, the deeper questions. Why me? Why now? Why this? It's a time, too, when Saturn and Mercury are there. Question authority. Who is your authority? What is your authority? The beautiful thing now is that we've got Venus moving through Sagittarius, in that ninth house, and it's in conjunct to Jupiter down there, still in Cancer, in water. And water says, I feel the truth. I am the truth. I know the truth. My water element, my emotional nature, my intuition connects me with the collective unconsciousness, which is truth. It's the law of one. It's the unity principle. I just am what I am. Water is what it is and accepts everything else as it is. It's the beauty of the water. But when we get Mercury and Saturn together with that north node, I spoke about it last week, it's a time of being serious, maybe taking things a little too serious, getting very, very deep, but it is a time to confront. Scorpio is confronting forces beyond our control. And a lot of those forces beyond our control are still inside of us. It was great. I was doing a radio interview with Bernard, the Just Bernard show or something on GIC radio. It was great. I can put the link on this thing. I was doing it yesterday. It was a 2-hour conversation, and they had these commercial breaks. And the commercials were great because at one point in these commercials, there's this voice going on, and it says, you know, fear is not real. We imagine fear, we create fear within ourselves. They say danger is real, but we create fear around the danger. And Scorpio is danger. If we look at Scorpio, death, the forces of death, annihilation, demolition, Shiva, loss, letting go, humility, surrendering our self that we've just got together in Leo. And this is where that moon square is coming from. 3 degrees 43 minutes of Leo, the moon will be to square the sun up there in Scorpio. And Leo says, I'm big, I'm strong, let's do it, let's play, let's make it happen. Scorpio with Saturn, Sun, North Node, Mercury, there's these looming authorities, banks, partners, other people that says you better get it together, prove yourself, etc. And this can create doubt. Saturn, Mercury is doubt. We're all dealing with doubt right now, and doubt is a killer of all creative projects. Leo is this creative energy wanting to do something, recreate, play, express itself through children, artistically, however, drama. But this Saturn Scorpio says no. It's too dangerous. You're going to be too vulnerable. You're going to get hurt. You're going to lose. People aren't going to like you. You're going to be rejected. You're going to go broke. You need so much money in order to do this that you want to do, that you want to play. I'm going to share a personal story because the moon's in Leo and that's personal. Happens to be near my son. And that personal story is many years ago. I always have wanted to travel. I got the moon in Gemini and I wanted to travel all my life. But I always had this feeling, this belief that, I could hitchhike around the United States and around the continent, get up to Canada, down to Mexico a little bit, and I could do that. But crossing the ocean, going international, going overseas, too much money, too expensive, impossible. It really wasn't until like 2008 that my friend Maurice did this South African, white lion astrology, expedition down to South Africa, and it just hit me. This is a belief that I have. It's holding me back. I've always wanted to do this. There's nothing stopping me but myself and my fear of running out of money or not having enough, or I don't deserve to do this, or it's not, only special, great, big, rich people get to travel internationally. All these thoughts and ideas. And I said, screw it. Pulled out my charge card and bought that ticket. And I got to say, it's like just kind of broke through that, because now I'm traveling all over the world all the time now. It was just like this hurdle, and it was a belief. And this is what we're all kind of facing now. This Mercury conjunct Saturn is old beliefs. It's old programs from when we were little. I got another program I can share. Boys are bad. I got this from my mother, and I think a lot of boys, where men are born into a fit feminine world, we come out through the mother, we suck on the mother. This is Mother Nature, Mother Earth, earth and water. The masculine is like the catalyst, kind of the foreign element coming in. So the masculine can feel out of place. And with all this past patriarchy that's been going on, women have not been satisfied for a few thousand years. So there's some, Lilith anger towards the masculine. So we got a lot of mothers having babies, and especially the little boys. You can start right off the bat getting these programs. And I'm not talking about that you need to go to school or you go to religion or talk or hear these belief systems, these religions that have been perpetrated upon us. It's not even through words, it's through actions, through psychic transmission from mom and dad. You are unworthy, you are a sinner, you are not good enough. You don't know who you are. You don't know what life is. You don't know why you're here. You don't know the meaning of life. You don't know yourself. This is all programmed bullshit. Right now we've got Jupiter and Lilith in Cancer. We do know who we are. We do know what life is about. We don't have to explain it. Scorpio Cancer, this trine going on right now. Lilith and Saturn and Mercury. It's exact, Mercury trine Lilith next Tuesday. It's beautiful. Is this that we can know through our feelings who we are, why we are here, that we are worthy, that we exist. We are each one of us intrinsic to life. Each one of us is a thread in the tapestry of life. We're not going to fall out. You don't fall out. You don't disappear. So all of this big build-up through religion, through education, through our parents who were taught by their parents and their teachers and their religions and their governments and their bankers. It's all this big stream of crap that we are emerging out of. And it's not easy. The war goes on actually within your own psyche, within our own self. You conquer your own demons, you conquer your own fears, and then it's all going to be happening out there. And believe me, with this eclipse coming, I'll talk about it more next week. And with some of the aspects coming up in 2014, so we got this grand cross going on through the first half of 2014. We're going to have plenty of external action happening as the mother wakes up. And what we want to be doing is right now we want to be preparing through mind control. Mind control. Mercury, Saturn in Scorpio. Time for me to control my own mind by letting go of old stuff. Killing the old programs that are holding me back. So it's crazy times, man. Then the moon goes through Leo. We have that square. Then it goes into Virgo next week, and it hooks up with Mars. We have this Mars going in this opposition, and there's another thing I can talk about. This Mars has a moon called phobia. Wherever the warrior goes, phobia, fear, goes with the warrior. So we don't get rid of fear. It's always with us because it's part of the ego that wants to keep this separate body alive. There's the fear of death. But we go beyond into this Neptune Chiron and we heal that wound of feeling abandoned or separate from all that is, from source, from unity consciousness. And we can feel this pull between us. And it's only our fear that is keeping us separate from that realization, from that feeling, from that knowing, from that support. And that's just, we hold ourselves back with that, holding on to that fear. So, it's nice to have this Mars in Virgo, Earth, Venus going up there through Sag, nature, adventure, outdoors, natural law. I just want to say that for this week, the mantra is, I come to the mother when I need to recover. She shows me I am all that I need, and my fears are old programs. I need no longer believe. I come to the mother when I need to recover. She shows me I am all that I need, and my fears are old programs. I need no longer believe. It's so nurturing, so beautiful to be out here with the bamboo trees, sitting by the creek. A hummingbird just came by and just hovered over me like some kind of an angel. You get out in nature and you really, she is so supportive and so nurturing. This is Jupiter Lilith in Cancer. Come to the mother. Come to nature. Come to the water. Get simple. Taurus is simplicity. It's the opposite of Scorpio. Let's balance out that polarity and not get too overly engrossed in this mind-controlling stuff. Part of mind control is find some mantras to occupy that mind, to clear the mind, so that your mind becomes as still as a calm lake, to reflect the infinite sky. Namaste, aloha, so much love.